Well, I think toxic masculinity it comes off as someone, from my understanding, is someone that is arrogant, um, walking around, you
But
know,
they apply that to a lot of different things
and they
though too.
do. But are we saying showing the man, showing what a man is, and being a man, and standing on business, and being straightforward? It's just you're doing too much. Or should we be suburban? Should we be like we servant
Well,
type of?
I ain't gonna be suburban because I'm from the hood.
So,
So
should we be just servant type of man? Yes, dear, I hear you. Oh, this it's never standing up for ourselves. Or if I'm saying hell no, fuck that, that don't work. It's I'm just trying to understand why did that get pulled in? That being a man, standing tall, as I would say, it's just now all of a sudden bad.
I don't know, man. To be honest, because I had a similar kind of conversation, like with as far as like toxic masculinity. To me, I think a lot of times people take areas where men feel about being disrespected and how they choose to handle that and make that an example of toxic masculinity. Like take Jaylen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So
man, he baited that though, bro.
I don't care if you baited it at all. I have a very short list of things that I'll brush off, and some things that
Well, you're not
I'm
gonna brush
not
that
finna
off.
not finna brush off. You spit on me, bro. We fighting. That's what it's gonna be.
So I will say this: in the new era we in now, the masculinity thing, it's taking a completely 180 twist. And when I say that, what I mean is, you got the women acting like men, you got the men acting like women. I mean, you got a lot more women that have to be that man.
But
Hold on.
Is that just social
Hold on.
media
No,
for
no,
certain?
no, that's not social media. That's
Because
not
hold
social
on,
media.
because I got data on that. That is from L.A., Atlanta, Miami, all that stuff. That's from those New York. That's from those areas where you hear that stuff. That is not the norm everywhere else. I did some research. That stuff that is put out that a man supposed to be embracing themselves as a woman and a woman supposed to be masculine. How they're trying to switch the roles. That is from certain areas. That is where the algorithm is pushing that stuff out. That's not everywhere.
So I'm not going to algorithm, and you took it out of context.
Well,
so what I'm
okay.
saying is that you got what we're alpha men, right?
Okay.
You have a lot of women who consider alpha women, right?
Okay.
So as a man, I don't want to be with another man. If you understand what I'm saying. So,
Right,
granted, I want my woman to be strong. I want her to be independent. I want to do all that. But I also want women to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that may come from also women dealing with what I call boys when they got to raise them, where they, do a little bit too much. So a lot of, like I say, a lot of it, like look at the movie Baby Boy.
The movie Baby Boy.
So let's look at for a baby boy. So shout out to my man Tyrese, but he was a mama's boy, right? He wanted to live with his mama. He wanted to do a lot of stuff, right? So then he didn't grow up to be a man until what, the end, right? When he was like, I'm gonna move my baby mama, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it the right way. It's just that's some of the biggest things and struggles when it comes to masculinity, man. A lot of the guys out here aren't being men. They're not being men. Then now the woman has to step up and be the man and the woman, because the man is not doing the thing. Like, for instance, the man don't go to work, but your girl going to work every day, and then you sitting at home.
But some people would say it's 2025. Them days over with.
I don't care what year it is.
Well,
I don't care
some
what
people
year
would
it
say
is.
them days are over with, because you got to think about it. In the 40s and the 30s, women didn't work, right?
They also didn't have a lot of rights back then, too.
Well,
kids.
hold on.
Truth about everybody.
So hold on, right? So you got to hear what I'm saying. We talking about an era where something wasn't available. Now it is available, right? Think about that. Something that wasn't available for a couple decades. Now it is available. Are they wrong to run towards it?
I didn't. So once again, I'm not saying it's wrong. Once again, as me,
Well,
being
not-
a black
okay.
man, I want my woman strong. Let's get that.
How strong do you want her?
I want her strong. I want her independent. I want her to be who she's gonna be. But I also want her to be a woman when it comes to me. But that's also something I think as men we have to earn. A lot of men think they're just gonna get that shit right out of the gate, and that's not what it is. So this is gonna go a whole different way. And I don't want to spend too long. We was talking about the Alvarez thing. When it comes to us, we have to bring certain things in order to get the woman attention, right or wrong.